Prom of the Stars is a dance for people with disabilities, for adults 16 and older, and basically it's for people who haven't in the past gotten to experience their own high school proms. So this is something that we put on to allow them to have that experience like everybody else gets to have. Prom of the Stars is put on by Farragut Christian Church, is the main sponsor, and we've been doing it since about 2003 was our first prom, and we as a congregation raise the money, and so we do fundraising and we provide the volunteers and all of that. So Farragut Christian Church. Now the attendance is up over 1,000. We've got about 1,100 people that come, and that includes attendees, those with special needs, and their caregivers, and a little over 200 volunteers, I think. So it started in 2003. I think we had 80 attendees and caregivers, so we've grown quite a bit over the years. I've been involved with the prom since day one, since the first prom. One of our previous elders came up with the idea. Jim Reiner was his name, and he's since passed away, but we've carried on the tradition of the prom. It's one of our main ministries, one of the biggest volunteer ministries that we do here at Farragut, and 2003 is when it started. So I believe we had this year was our 11th prom, we decided. So. Well, since I was here from the beginning, we really needed a lot of volunteers. We needed everybody we could get, and so I was happy to be part of that. At the time, we were just starting up at Farragut with our compassion ministries, our outreach ministries, and I was the director of those ministries, and so the prom was considered part of our compassion ministries. So I had been involved with several of those other ministries and helping to get those started. And so when Jim decided he wanted to start this, I was involved on kind of the front end of that. We used to provide the food. We did everything, and now the convention center does all the food, but we would provide the food, we served the food, we did all of that, and so we needed a lot of hands. Wow, it's something that I've looked forward to since day one, just planning and being part of building the excitement about prom all year, raising money and everything that goes into the prom. And so, I feel like it impacts me on a pretty regular basis throughout the year, but really since my kids have been able to be involved, they've really been there since day one, whether it was in a stroller or whether I was pregnant with one or something. They've always been there, and so now that they're getting a little bit older to really be able to understand, it's like they don't remember not going to proms. That's how long we've been doing them, and so that's really been probably the biggest impact, is getting to watch them grow up, being involved in prom and service, and getting to be around people who are different than them, and getting to serve them and watching their faces light up when they talk to them, and when they get to get out and dance and take pictures and all of that. They just get to see how it all runs, and that's really been probably, as a parent, the best experience for me.